All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this edition of...
He must think he is the host. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Talent Tuesday. Trying to put me out of a job. We are back.
I'm not trying to put you out of a job.
We are Quantized Recordings and back with another installation of our A&R show.
Yes.
We're going to get into some demos tonight.
Yeah.
And we are looking for you to jump in the chat and give us some feedback. And we've got some really special guests. We have been threatening to do this for quite some time, and here we are. We're going to do it. Since you want to take my job, would you like to introduce our guest?
Of course. Why not?
Okay, you go right on ahead.
I can do that.
I'm Kelly Spencer. I've got my DJ.
I am D to the J to the S to the P, not the I, but the E-N, baby. It's on and cracking how we do it. All right, first up, what we're going to do is a person that's always in our chat room. I told you we was going to hand this over to you guys. His name is Robbie Casablanco.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hello.
Now, right. Now, here's what's interesting about Robbie. Let me tell y'all something.
Okay, tell us.
Robbie, tell everybody where you're from.
Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah,
Melbourne,
that's
Australia.
where you are.
And what time is it?
It's now, about 7 a.m. and I got the email at 5 a.m.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's dedication.
That is straight out and out dedication.
I didn't think he was going to be on. Thank you for joining us.
I was going to be on.
Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us today.
Hey, listen, guys. You're royalty, so I have to turn up if royalty invite you.
Really? Are we really royalty?
Yeah, American royalty. American royalty, 100%.
Yes, well, they don't call me Queen Kelly for no reason.
Oh, my, really?
Especially with some of that banter.
Yes, and this is the Joker. This is the royal jester.
He's not too bad either.
Okay.
He's all right.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Up next, we have somebody who I just really love. She comes from far and wide to come to our parties.
Right?
Her
all the way
name
from
is
Texas.
the Queen Mona.
Hey, Queen Mona. And for those of you that are on Twitch, you know Queen Mona from the chat. She has been with us for 3 years. Since day one, she has been in the chat as part of the Praise Party family. So welcome. Good to see you. She gets on the road, she gets on the airplanes, and she comes to our parties. For those of you that
wait a minute.
don't know our geography, she's not in Texas right now, but that's where she lives, which is on the other side of the country from where we are. And we see her a few times a year at our parties, but I think she's right down the road in New York.
Is that where you are now, Queen Mona?
I'm visiting my mom.
All right. Okay.
Well, it's good to see you.
We got Queen Mona in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Next, talking about a character. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what we've got character-wise happening here. His name is...
Come on, Benji.
Should I say... oh, my goodness. I don't even... Oh, Benji. I'm working on my assimilating myself. But you're Benji Bradshaw.
Yes.
People meet the amazing,
the incomparable
Benji Bradshaw.
Hey, Benji.
It's getting hot up in here. I saw him.
Oh man, right.
And Benji does. You want to tell?
Yes, Benji actually does music on the label.
Yes.
He is, and he does every bit. Maybe with the exception of 2 since 400, he's done all of the fantastic unquantized artwork.
Yeah. Our artists.
So yeah.
So if you've noticed, Unquantized has a new look along with our new label head, Tommy Davis.
Yeah.
We have a new look to all of our cover art, and that is courtesy of Benji.
All right.
Melissa. Slick Control. Yep.
Cool. That's right. And it's called Slick Control. So explain to me once again, like, what's the concept of Slick Control?
Yeah, so thanks again for having me. So real quickly, Slick Control is an interactive collaborative art experiment, which is audio and visual. So we do music and also visuals. So all of the unquantized covers are all 3D rendered in these worlds that are animated. So you're all getting art. As you get the music, you're getting a whole experience. So
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I'm always down with an experience.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Love it.
All right.
We got our
and-
team. Where's
yeah,
our team?
we got some teammates.
Where's
that we
the
gotta
legendary?
introduce here.
Where's the legendary?
Tommy Davis. What
Tommy
up?
Davis
What up?
is in
What
the
up?
house.
What up? What up?
Hey,
There you go.
Tommy.
Experience. This is speaking of the Tommy Davis experience. Go
Yes,
ahead.
this is a
Go ahead,
Tom. Yes, Tommy Davis is not just a person; he is an entire experience.
Yes, it's the Tommy Davis experiment.
And thanks for all the prayers that's going out to our label mate, Miss Candace. And she's probably watching. Hey, get well soon.
Yes, yes.
Yes, so yeah, it's on. All right. So
Where's
and,
Mike
and,
Freak?
oh yeah, here he is.
The
I'm
man,
With
Mike Freak,
69 years experience.
managing director of our newest label, Q3 or Q. Mike Freak is in the house.
Hello,
Yes, he
hello.
is.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
All right.
Great.
Shout out to our rest of the team in the chat: Renee Melendez, Lexi, Emma. Hope Williams is in the chat as
Is
well.
she?
Yeah,
What up,
she's in the
Hopeful? How you
chat.
doing, girl?
We,
All right.
we have a couple of quantized artists as well in the chat. Jeffrey.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, who?
All right. I
Who
see
we got?
Jeffrey
Is in
C.
there, and Luke is there.
Oh, what up?
And speaking of graphic artists, our other graphic artist who does most of our videos, Tracy Stevens in the chat. What's up,
hey.
Sidecard? All right. I think we are ready. You ready?
I think I am ready. I'm getting used to handling this stuff.
All right. So
it's
you
coming
gotta,
around.
yeah.
Coming around. All right. So, what is our first track? Our first track is called "Do For Me" as we start this party.
All right. Check it out. Tell me how you really feel. Drop your comments in the chat. It's Talent Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in.
independent woman, and I'm not looking to take care of a man. You got to bring something to the table, baby. And I'm a whole lot of woman to love, if you know what I mean. So the question is not what I can do for you, but what you can do for me. Oh! Now that you got me, what you gonna do for me? Do for me. Tell me, got my attention. What you gonna do for me? Do for me. Tell me, now that you got me, what you gonna do for me? Do for me. Tell me, want you to tell me what you gonna do for me? Do for me. Now that you got me, what you gonna do for me? Do for me. Tell me, got my attention. What you gonna do for me? Do for me. Tell me, now that you got me, what you gonna do for me? Do for me. Tell me, want you to tell
That was our first song, Do For Me. Let's get into this. Not bad for our first start. Yeah, let's jump right in.
Okay.
Who we gonna call on first?
Let's go with Robbie.
All right, Robbie, what do you think about this one?
I think it's okay. So the song, I think, is great. I think the song is really, really good, really, really strong. To me, I'd say the track's at the pre-master stage, so it just needs a bit of TLC on a final mix and master. The levels are all a bit uneven. The drums aren't quite there. Can't hear the bass guitar quite. It's quite not there. I just think it needs a final mix and master on it just to bring everything together. Strings are a little bit low in parts. It's just not completely unified. So I'd say it's one step off the final mix and master. So I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, that is not a bad start. Coming out the gate with an 8 for our first song. Let's go over to Queen Mona. Queen Mona, I know you like a little vocal song every now and then. So what do you think about this one?
Oh, it's got a good beat. I can move once I can see how this beat is rolling. I would give it a 6.
Okay, not bad. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go over to Benji. Benji Bradshaw, can you dance to this one? Because you know how to dance. So tell me. I have been on the dance floor with you. Tell me what you think about this one.
Yes, I'm gonna rate it on danceability, but yeah, no, I thought it was really good. I think technically, just from my perspective, I thought when I heard the piano, I felt like I wanted it more real, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, I like the piano chords. I just felt like the instrument itself, it just had
choice of sound.
Yeah. And like we already said, the bass line, I think that could get louder with the mixing. But the vocals are absolutely beautiful, and I love the story and the catch. The catch and the what we're saying with this song. So, danceability wise, I'd give it definitely an 8 or 7 or 8. I'd say.
All right, not too shabby.
All right.
Let's go over to Tommy.
Tommy.
What can you do with this one, Tommy?
I liked it. It had a salso, step, kind of production on it. I do agree the drums to be a little bit more exciting because when you have a lack
of... Wait. When you say Shep, man, come on, man. You just can't say it had a Shep feel. Who is Shep? What does Shep mean?
Shep Pettibone.
Explain.
Right. All right. I had to go Jurassic on you. I mean, some classic sounds on it. I mean, it would, especially like if it had some Candido like kind of drums on that classic kind of production, it would be really nice. The vocalist, she really turned it on toward the end. I wanted to hear that a little bit earlier, besides the repetitive chorus. But I really, really like the song. I mean, we get a lot of demos. That sounded almost close to finish. So I give it a 9.
All right, Tommy Davis with a 9. Good. Mr. Mike Freak. What do you think?
Well, since everyone said all those comments, I'm like thinking of this could do well on Spotify, not just on Traxsource.
That's right.
Yeah, it's as far as like the appeal is, it doesn't like it's not in a box. Some releases are like this is Soulful House. This thing can go beyond what we're doing as a label, which is really good, and it has a wider audience appeal, I think. So, and all it says, like what everyone said, this is almost done, almost polished. It's pretty well done. So, I'll give this one a 9. This one's
all right, a 9.
Awesome.
Did we run a poll, Mike?
I think it was 100% the last time I checked.
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Twitch. All right.
Very good.
All right.
Shout out to our Facebook and Instagram people. Facebook and not Instagram, but
Instagram, Mixcloud, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Good evening to you all, or morning, or afternoon.
Right, YouTube.
On where you are.
I'm like Instagram. Okay.
All right. So, did you like it?
I thought that it wasn't bad. I I agree with what Benji and Tommy were saying. I think that, you know, a few things could take this record from being what I'm going to give a 7 to a perfect 10. I love the vocal. I love the idea of the record. I think I may have even gotten the singer to do some singing verses instead of just talking the verses out. I think would add a whole nother dynamic to the song, and then maybe do a break with the talking as opposed to the talking being the focus of it.
Okay.
But in the grand scheme of it all, I like the record. I think it has great potential, so I'm giving it a 7. Do I think we should sign it? Yes.
All right.
Yes, let's
sign it.
I absolutely believe we should sign it, and you know, with the right mix and the, you know, right remixes, I think it could be a great record.
Okay. Shout out to Stove 4321. We do not disclose the vocalists or the producers. If they want to do that in the chat, they are able to, but we do not say the names.
Yeah, we don't want to put
for
anybody on
several
display,
reasons.
right? That doesn't want to be on display. So
Also,
there
you know, I'll keep the other reasons to myself.
Yes,
but yeah,
please.
we don't do that. So we're off to a really good start.
I think so.
Did you listen to this first?
No, actually, I didn't. But I'm very, very impressed.
I like it.
As a first record out, it's good.
All right. Well, let's move on to number 2.
All right. It's called S.A. Jazz Funk.
S.A. So
S.A.
South
Jazz,
African jazz
I guess
funk?
South African jazz
All right.
funk. We're going to find out in a little bit as Talent Tuesday is underway.
telling me not yet, DJ Spen, but I was finished with that one. I was finished. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that was, what is it called? South African SA Jazz Funk.
Right, that's what it's called. SA Jazz Funk.
Okay, I'll leave my comments to the end. Let's start. Who should we start with? Let's start with Benji first.
Hi. So I'm gonna give my rating on the lower end, mainly because it doesn't feel to me. It feels like an idea right now, which is totally fine. Like I feel like there's an idea here. I think there's different genres. Like there's like two different songs almost. It felt like listening to it, and the horns came in later. So I think just needs to be more played around with. I think, and maybe for the vocals, it sounds like a loop right now. So maybe like getting, if there's not a songwriter on this, to like play with it and kind of add some creative vocal. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your honesty. Always welcome.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Let's go with Robbie.
Robbie? Okay, Robbie, do you agree with Benji, or what do you think? Does this have some potential?
Yeah, pretty much spot on with Benji's comments. It definitely feels like an idea. It actually feels like something that I guess everybody's done, where you start making a song and you add another bit and you add another bit and you add another bit, but there's no writing in the song as such. There's no real structure. It's like a meander. A lot of the sounds don't work for me. Just needs loads and loads and loads of work. So I'd give it a 3.
Okay.
All right. Let's go over to Queen Mona.
Yes, I kind of agree with Benji. It sounds like it's at the beginning of something. But when someone has a title, I kind of look for the items and the names of what's in the title. So he says South Africa, and I didn't really get that feel from that. And then I started looking for the jazz, and it didn't really flow for me. So I'll say 4.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Mike Freak, can you do anything with this?
It feels like it's it sounds like it's a brand new producer right here with all those ideas like they're trying to cram in that track. And kind of like threw me off was that bass line at the, we always count dance music in 4s. We usually have the bass line at the 1 and it's on like the second beat. I'm like, whoa. That was kind of like that. I think that was what threw me off there, and I think and bass lines are one of the most important things in making dance music. If you cannot get that to sit right, it becomes, if you kind of lose that idea that you have in writing dance music. So fix the bass line, like consolidate those ideas. Like there's so many ideas. Like there's a brass tab here. There's a guitar happening, then there's some vocals, so you kind of like need to put that in the right spot in the song, like have proper arrangement to it. So
okay.
And also I think it was 93% no in the chat on Twitter.
Okay. So what was your score?
I give this a 4. I mean, there's some good ideas there. You just need to fix it and like put it in proper arrangement. So,
right.
Plus the bass line. Yeah.
Okay, Tommy Davis.
Yeah, I kind of say the same thing. I mean, first of all, whoever sent this in here, we appreciate you. I mean, we don't expect everyone to knock it out of the park, but just to have the courage to send something in. And no matter what stage, I think you're at the beginning stage, and this is where you need the most encouragement to actually keep going. It's like, we hear your basic ideas. You got a lot of them in there, a lot. So just remember that some of the things, compare yourself to the other people in your market. So then you would have noticed that your drums needed to be a little bit more, or I guess, but you know what? Let me say this. Wherever he's from, this might be the sound that's in.
Okay.
I watch how I critique because I'm living in an urban city in underground clubs.
Right.
So I'm thinking that this guy is the new producer. You're in it. I mean, you sent it in there. Kudos to you. It has a lot of work on it. Work on the drums, work on your arrangements and your sounds to get them to go to tell a story. It sounded like Spen was humming in it. Was that him or was that Spen humming?
No, he wasn't
No,
humming.
it wasn't me, buddy. It was
Sorry.
not me.
He wasn't humming.
So it had some real creative ideas in it. So I'll give it a 5.
All right, a 5 from Tommy Davis.
Okay.
Tommy, one of the things you said, you talked about all the ideas they have. I'm not a producer, but listen, just with anything in life, you don't have to put all the ideas into one thing. Right. Save some ideas for later. You know how your mother tell you, save some of your money for later. It's just a lot. This was just a lot. So maybe, sometimes simple is more, is better. And we don't want you, to Tommy's point, we don't want you to say scrap the whole thing. Take a piece of that idea and see if you can run with it. And maybe just listen to some of the feedback about the bass line and see what you can do with this. Spen, what do you think about this?
I feel pretty much how everybody else felt. There's just too much going on at one time.
It's a lot.
And there is something called throwing in everything but the kitchen sink, but everything
this is the
has
kitchen sink too.
Yeah, but everything has to match.
Yeah.
Everything has to be a perfect match. It's almost like what Tommy and I would listen to whenever Quentin Harris would create a production. It's like, okay, when is he throwing in the kitchen sink? Because every time he did it, he would have everything all in at one time, and it would just drive dance floors crazy. It's what made my joy. It's what made joy. It's what made his, just My Imagination. All of his records, like, really, really good. And a lot of that stuff when he was working with Timmy. So, bottom line is, you can throw everything in, but it's gotta really match.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So, shout out to Andre Blackman on Facebook. He says, this is a cool track, but I'm waiting for something to take me to the next level. He's giving it a 4. So, okay. We had some... Shout out to Wayne Mallory checking us out.
What? Beatmaster Moses?
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me tell y'all who...
Oh, my goodness.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, let me tell y'all who Beatmaster Moses is. Tommy, you want to tell them who Beatmaster Moses is and what he did?
It's only right that you introduce this man.
It's only right.
Beatmaster Moses is the guy that came up with the beats on Get the Hole, Get the Hole.
Yeah!
He smashed them beats. Man, one of the best beat makers ever. But I just wanted to let y'all know.
Okay, so
that y'all
who you were working with 40 years ago.
Yeah, and he was in the New Marks too.
I know that.
Yeah. So
and you're close friends.
Yes, and
like family.
And he's just an absolute beast of a person.
We should have him on. We should have the New Marks on one day.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
We should have the New Marks on.
The ones who would come on. Kevin Lyle's too busy. He can't come on and do that.
I'll call his assistant.
We're gonna see.
We can get Kevin Lyles.
I've seen you pull some amazing stuff.
I'm pretty sure I could get Kevin Lyles
That would be interesting.
So that would be interesting. Get the whole New Marks crew.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
So DJ Ron Love over on Twitch says, live somewhere in between less is more and overkill is underrated.
Yeah.
Like find a happy medium. I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. So we're rolling on. We got 2 songs down.
Yep.
What's next?
And this song is called Love You So. As Talent Tuesday continues.
All right, let's do this. sound. It's catchy. No, it reminds me of something like when you're shopping and they have like their tracks on and you just dance and you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I needed to do a little bit more, but I did do a little two-step over here. Okay. So let's see what everyone thinks. Who should we start with this
Start with
time?
Robbie.
Start with Robbie? Okay, Robbie, talk to us.
I really liked it. I actually really liked it. It reminds me a lot of sort of like UK garage two-step dance. I reckon it needs a little bit of de-densifying. And I could hear, I was actually singing along like a top line melody just to kind of finish it off late in the track. Just have like a ba 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 ba. Just something like sustaining and long. I think it's pretty good. I needs a little bit more production work, but I quite like it. I'd give it a 6 or 7.
Okay, that is not too shabby.
So when you say de-densifying, what do you mean for a person that doesn't really know?
Okay, so there's a lot going on with the sonics. So a lot of the sounds are stepping on each other. So there's a lack of clarity and definition in sounds. So you just all need to be separated out a little bit, so you can just hear everything a little bit clearer, or maybe take a channel out. Maybe there's one too many sounds in there. Just maybe a little bit busy, but I do like it. I think it's going somewhere. It could even just work as an instrumental as it is, but maybe an extra little top line in it. Nothing too crazy or complicated, but just something sympathetic to the song. A little bit melancholy.
All right, did he give us a number?
He did.
What number?
He gave it. He said a 6 or a 7.
All right, that's awesome. All right, let's bounce over to Benji Bradshaw.
Yeah, actually, I 100% agree with Robbie on everything. I think, I definitely enjoyed it, dancing-wise, the garage vibe. I think vocally with the lyrics, the only thing I would suggest or what I wanted was I couldn't hear, number one, a lot of the words in the beginning until the end. And then I got that it was saying, I love you so. But I feel like the much is important because that gives the emphasis of how much you love this person, I guess. So if I just wish that the much was included or had a variation, like Robbie said, just to like kind of hit that harder. So I think, I agree. I think it's about maybe a 6 or 7 as well. I'll say 7. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Benji.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen. What say you?
This song would definitely pull me out on the dance floor. I like the way he kind of teased us with the bass. But it did cause me to want more. So I think this was good. I'll give it an 8. I'm feeling generous.
All right.
All right.
That is not bad at all.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Who we going with?
Let's go with Mike. He's got plenty of time, but let's go with Mike. Let's go with Mike anyway. Mike, what can you do with this one?
I really like the song. It's bouncy. It's cute. It sounds a little youthful to me.
It does sound youthful.
Yeah, it's a happy tune, and it needs a little fixing though. It felt like the synth was overpowering the mix, at least on my end, on my headphones. That's what it felt like. You can clean that up, clean a little bit in the stuff in the mix. I think you have a pretty good tune right here.
All right.
Yeah, and
Scale
also we got 67% by the way on Twitch liking this tune.
67%. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And what was your score?
I'll give this a 7. It needs fixing. It's almost there. It just a couple things. Probably speed it up too. I would like to hear this a little faster. I don't know.
Would you really? It's 125 as it is. Doesn't feel like 125, but it's 125.
It feels slow. It felt like, could you speed it up? I don't know. It's more preference on my end.
Sounds good. All right, Tom.
This record kind of surprised me a little bit. At first, it started off, and I thought it was going to be something AKA from the Shannon period. And then it went hard with this bass line. It was rocking. I was like, whoa, whoa. And then it suffered from something that I like to call when you got a great idea and you're going somewhere and then you don't take us all the way there. So we start taking away points because you had such great promises. It was going like, all right, here we go, here we go. So it just didn't go anywhere after a certain point. It got stuck in just the sample, lovely the sample going over and over again, and you wanted so much more for it to go ahead and complete the idea, just complete it, just smash this show. So that means it kind of left you stuck. So you got a great idea, whoever did this. It's a great idea.
I think so.
Man, I would traumatize. I would take a little piece of that little piece.
Yeah.
And just bang it. Yeah. I was thinking of that, Tommy.
We already know.
So I give it a 7 because, it was, to have all those sounds going together, that's kind of hard. They had a lot of sounds in it together, and with an incredible bass line underneath all of that, with all those snares and hi-hats and going on and synth stabs. That's like,
yeah.
Totally agree.
All right, Royal Antoine over on Facebook giving it a 7. Wayne Mallory says with the right remix, it could be a strong 8. So, all right, we got a little bit of love for this one. All right, we're gonna keep on and on. So, do you want to talk about this one? We
Actually,
back here.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
I love it. I think because I'm hearing past the demo stage of it.
Yeah.
It is UK. It's like a UK garage / house thing. And I absolutely love the sound quality needs work. The arranging needs work. But I love what he did, she did, they did with the samples. It's incredible. I mean, you've got Karen Wheeler in there. It might be all Karen Wheeler, but it doesn't sound. It's great. It's great work. It's great work. Absolutely stunning work to me. I think it's a 9.
Wow.
Straight up. I think, and I'm only saying that it's a 9 because I like the creativity all the way around. You think that it's going one place and it starts and does something else. And like I said, the arrangement is definitely lacking. But the parts are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, there you go. Yep.
Hey, Kelly.
Uh-huh.
I gotta share this. I'm on my show yesterday, and I played a record, and they didn't know who it was, and it was your first record, H.O.
I was listening to your show.
Was it the record or was it the acapella?
No, it was the record.
I was listening to your show at that exact time, and it's funny because Spen was like, that's you on vocals. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know my own voice.
She didn't. She lies. There's lies. There's lies in the truth.
I did not know that was my song.
I didn't think you knew it. It was playing in the background and you didn't say anything.
What was I supposed to say? Woohoo, that's me.
Maybe.
You recorded it.
Like I didn't even remember.
You recorded it.
I know that, but I didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't put two and two together. So I was like, wait a minute.
As soon as it started,
he's not playing the original. That's Kelly.
Yeah. As soon as he started, I heard it.
Okay. All right.
We'll have to get Spen to play that. He never plays it.
I never play. I don't have it. Not digitally anyway. I don't have it. So it is whatever.
You can get it from Tommy.
Yes. I'll get it from Tommy. All right. Next up is a track entitled "Source of Happiness."
Source of Happiness. Okay, this has got to be a good one.
Yeah, that's
Talent Tuesday.
Continue.
connect to the self, the source of love, the source of happiness. It all comes from within.
All right. That was the source of happiness.
Yes.
Let's start with Tommy this time.
Okay.
Did this make you happy at all, Tommy? Did you feel happiness?
It's no. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of interpretation of the whistle song. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
The whistle song?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I didn't care for that either. But so
Well, no, I mean it reminds me more of like Master C and J, like Face It and It's You and them type records.
but they
Those kind of like old Chicago type.
I'm gonna tell you what I did like about it. To record spoken word vocals like that is really hard, and I could understand everything he said.
Yeah, you could.
I
You could.
totally agree.
You know,
No,
so
that was done very well.
there is a market for this. It is. I mean, several people in the chat say I would play this. So, yeah, I'm an Energizer bunny, and so therefore I can't relate. But in a marketing sense, you know, it's something for that out here. I give it a definite 7.5.
All right, cool.
All right. Who we going to next, Spen?
Let's go to Miss. You're just so stunning. I want to call you Miss Bradshaw.
Hold on. Come on, twin. Come on. Don't bring my husband in here.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. People call me a lot of things.
Oh man. Oh
Yes.
yes. That's because you fierce. Call you
Fierce,
whatever.
Yes. Come on. Come on, Benji.
Make it work for what it works. How?
So, so what I was going to say, I wrote a note that whoever did this knows what they're doing. I feel like, I don't know, I personally loved it. I thought it was, everything about it felt crafted. I felt like it was mixed well. I feel like, you know, the only thing I would say is at about like 3 minutes in or whatever, like a quarter of the way in, I felt like it got a little bit, you know, repetitive.
Monotonous. Yeah.
Monotonous.
Yes.
But then once the vocal came back in and then there was that breakdown, then I was like, okay, I'm back in, and I have a little break and then I get back in. So I actually, I feel like I could hear it anywhere and I would get into it. So I'm going to give it a 10.
Nice.
Oh,
It sounded like I could hear I could hear it somewhere and I would dance, and I feel it would make sense. And so I would give it a 10.
Yeah, I could see the dancers really vibing off of this.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, let's go with Robbie.
Hey, I generally liked it. I thought it was kind of 70% there. The one thing that I would definitely 100% change is that looping keyboard. That drove me wild. I actually think it needs kind of someone freestyling on it, or construct a track where someone's playing with bass notes on keys and upper notes and building it. I think that would work a lot better. By about halfway, I wanted to turn off that loop. It was driving me crazy and too loud in the mix. So it was just getting really annoying. But overall, I really liked it. I 100% agree with you with the vocals. It's one of my pet habits where people don't enunciate vocals. I cannot stand it. So it was great to hear every single word, because I want to learn the song. I want to be part of the song. So when people swallow their words when they sing, it drives me nuts. So I'd give it an 8. I'd give it an 8. I just change that keys to make it a melody line, maybe a nice little jazzy melody line going on with it. And I reckon you got a winner there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Totally agree. All right, Queen Mona. What up?
Yes. I really like this song. This song really had me believing in my mind I could do a lot of fancy footwork, but probably natural, I'll probably be square dancing.
Okay.
But I liked it. it had the potential to take you on a journey. Someone that's coming off of work and they just want to put a tune on and something that just can just take you away for a few minutes. So I give it a nice little 9.
Okay.
All right. Good. Who haven't we
Mike
seen
Freak.
yet? Freaky Mike. What you
I
think,
kind of
man?
echo what Robbie said. I mean, everything was good. I like the bass. That it had a little oomph right there, even on this tiny headphones. Like, I could hear that. Usually, I can't hear a bass line sometimes here with this headphone. So yeah, the fact that I can hear it here, it means the producer did a good job. I mean, if you're gonna use like a hooky line, like that keyboard line, just find spots in it, kind of like make that the hook right there, but don't like use it like pretty much most of the track that you could hear it. So just use that sparingly, or like make that the hook or something. Just come up with something creative, or add stuff anyway. Add stuff somewhere, just to fill up instead of just using that hook right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll give this one an 8. This is almost ready, and I think I can see this doing well in trap stores.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I do too. Kind of
So
Brother
what's
Basil
this-
like.
right up our alley right here. So
That's all his boom, boom, boom,
yep.
boom, boom, boom,
Yep.
boom, 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 boom.
You know what, Spen?
Somebody
You're right.
help me,
You know
help
what?
me, help me.
Blow your house
It's
down.
blow your house down.
Sounds like to
Lord
me.
have
That's
mercy.
literally what it sounds like to
Lord
me.
have mercy, blow your house down. Have mercy. All right, okay. Anyway, but that's what this record that's what this record sounds like to me. I think it's greatly produced.
Yeah.
The guy actually was Charles Dawkins. Big up, Charles, man. It sounds a little bit like Charles Dawkins almost talking to me. I'm like, wait a minute, is that Charles? But yeah, I think it's very well done. I do agree with Robbie. I think that go back and listen to a record like Face It, or go back and listen to Time Marches On. It just you have a beat like this and it just comes on and just do 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 do, and then it just grows into this beautiful thing, and then next thing you know, they're hitting you with the piano and it's like bam 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 bam, and then some vocals come in and it's like, what is that? So yeah. I think that the record could do with some growth. I like it for what it is, though. Don't get it twisted. But I think that a few additions, just a few creative things, could take this record from being, what people are just giving kind of like, sort of 6, 7s kind of thing. Benji gave it a 10. I think he hears where the potential really is. And I can definitely hear this on a dance floor as is. But I think that it could do with the growth factor, and you wouldn't only hear it on a dance floor. You could hear, this is the type of record that if it's done right, you would hear in European restaurants, while people are sitting down eating and that kind of thing, if it's done proper. So I give it an 8.
All right, DJ Silk over on Facebook, he says, reminds him of 7 Ways, Hercules.
Correct.
I like it. It had a nice vibe.
Yeah, man, yeah.
He gave it an 8. The loop does need a little variation. Hey, Rico Flores says it's kind of musically repetitious, and he gave it a 7. So, all right. I mean, we got a little love. DJ Timothy Callahan over on Twitch giving it an 8. So, not too bad for this one.
I don't think it's bad at all.
Did you give it a score, Spen?
I gave it an 8.
You gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Also on the fall, it's 88%.
Yes, 88% yes, Mike.
88% yes?
Yep, 88% yes.
Okay.
Maybe you can add some whistle, turn it to the whistle song.
Maybe we can
add a whistle
as
and
Tracy,
turn it into the whistle song.
As Tracy
I
Stevens
kinda
always
like
says, more cowbell, more cowbell.
Oh, how about more silliness? Just silliness.
Maybe a Robert Owens or Break for Love direction as well, maybe.
It could. That's what I'm saying. All
Yeah,
of those
I can
records,
see that.
Yeah, all of those records that have that kind of like really sort of deep edge that really don't seemingly do a lot, but within what they do just terrorize. They terrorize for what those records are.
It's actually good that it's simple. It's a good simple track. I mean that in the most positive way.
Yeah. Correct. I totally agree. All right, as we move on with a track that we have called Let Me Know, Talent Tuesday continues to go on and on and on.
Darling. Darling.
Let me know how you feel about Let Me Know. 59% giving it a yes, so that's kind of close. 41% giving it a no over on Twitch. So let's get started.
All
Mike
right.
Freak is gone.
Yeah, Mike's gone.
Mike is gone. So if you want to listen to some music, stick around. We'll raid into his channel at the end of the show.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Yeah.
So let's see. I see somebody over there that's grooving
Who's
to
grooving?
the music. Yeah.
Benji is grooving.
Benji.
What is that
I
shirt?
did do my costume change. Tommatized.
Yes. Oh, you got your wings?
Okay, I got my wings.
Yes. Come on with the traumatized shirt.
Oh yeah, no costume changes to come. So basically, yeah,
I
the
can't
beat.
even breathe.
Sorry. I won this. I won it. I was in the crowd and I grabbed this out of the air. I pushed someone over for this. Anyway. So what I was going to say was, yeah, so the beat definitely is 100%. I like that. I felt like I was definitely from the beginning dancing and throughout the track. The one thing I would do if I were producing this, the chord choice of the instrument, I felt it wasn't the right fit for me. Just personally, I feel like maybe there was like a disconnection of the beat. It gave me like more of a tech kind of vibe, and then I felt like the chord was a little more like dance out. I don't know. I would just play with that a little more with the actual instrument. Another thing would be to have a little bit more variation. I felt like it kind of got a little bit too repetitive at times. So just like I want like another element just to kind of surprise me and make me get deeper into the track and really like throw this off and shout and everything. So I would give it like a 6 maybe. I just think that maybe play around with it some more, but it's definitely there and the beat's great, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, totally agree with you.
All right. Who's up next?
Let's go with Thomas.
Tommy. Could you do something with this one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I mean, the problem was it sounded like 2 different songs. So I would pick it apart, use one part for another part of the show and another part for another. Because I like the different thing. I mean, it's definitely an unquantized kind of feel, like kind of just abrasive. But there's something about when you want to do that, you want to go back and forth. It's sometimes we do it in hi-hats, shakers, or something. We actually make it seem like it's themed together. Without that, then it's kind of it becomes a 4 o'clock in the morning record when it could be a 2 o'clock in the morning record MVP. So I really liked the way I liked it. I would love to remix it. Honestly, I really would. So I give it an 8. I give it an 8.
All right. Tommy Davis with an 8.
Not bad.
All right.
Let's go to Robbie.
Hey, Robbie, what you thinking?
I quite liked it. I kind of was visualizing like a massive crowd, 30,000 people dancing to it like late in a set. I just think, to me, it just sounded like all the sounds needed like toughening up, just making it a really driving track. I know it's kind of got that sort of like mellow edge to it, but I was just feeling like I'm making it into sort of like a big trancey soundtrack, like to a big audience. So it's really booming over the sound system. That's what I hear in it anyway, potentially. That's where I hear that's the direction I would take it in, to make it that big sound for like late in a set. So yeah, I'd give it a 6.5, 7.
Okay.
All right.
Not
Pretty
too
decent
bad.
scores. Not too bad at all. Not too bad.
All right, let's go over to Queen Mona.
All right. Let's see. Let me get Queen Mona set up here.
Got her?
Got her.
All right.
Yeah, I immediately liked the song and the intro. But as soon as it's got into it, I started singing Good Life. I agree with I was like,
okay,
that's not supposed to happen. But and then I'm thinking, well, I need to go watch BAP tonight. But yeah, immediately took me into the song Good Life, and I love that song, but I think it has to have a little more of its own identity.
Okay.
I'll give it I give it a 7.
All right. Queen Mona with the 7. DJ Spen.
I actually liked it for what it is. I think it does move around a bit too much. You know, again, less is more. I give it a 7. But all of that being said, there's a little person trying to invade our space. That being said, I really think that it has potential. I totally agree that it, again, arrangement is key. It's a valuable key. And again, too much movement could be detrimental. And I think in the grand scheme, that's what a lot of us were saying with reference to this track. So yeah, I give it about a 7. Kelly is not here, so I'm going to have to... Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hello.
You have returned?
I have returned.
So I don't have to cry now.
No.
No crying
You
now.
don't have to
I
cry.
can laugh.
What did you give it? You gave it a 7, I heard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir, Mr. Davis.
It had a bass line like "Let's Get Jazzy," and that's what I was like, oh, that's rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Remember "Let's Get Jazzy"? And
Yeah.
then you added in the
Mr. V,
cowbell.
yeah.
It had a kind of quirkiness of it, but it wasn't put sewn together correctly. If it's sewn together right, that'd be rocking.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking like, you know, I mean, for Queen Mona to hear one thing, you heard another thing. I'm hearing something else. You know, Benji hearing something else. I mean, it's probably too much. And, you know, it's almost like you could kind of focus in on one of those elements and really drive it home rather than, you know, move it around too much. But that's, you know how I feel.
Mike didn't hear this. Mike, it would be interesting what he said.
Yeah.
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 It would have been. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that's how I feel. That's how we had a lot of Chicago type records tonight. Interesting stuff. I like it.
Yes.
Oh, so now you gotta be like Benji and put on a Tomatized shirt, really, yo. You can't be original.
Oh. Wait.
You can't be
You had
original.
on the shirt the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh,
He had on the shirt
I'm just
the whole
checking.
time.
I didn't know. I thought you just had on a regular.
It is his design, you know.
It
He
doesn't
can
matter.
wear whatever
It doesn't
wants.
matter. So.
Okay, I'm gonna get something else. The next song I'm gonna change up because I gotta, you know.
Yes, switch it up.
Yeah.
Yo, crazy.
Big props to Sidecar.
We need a different outfit.
Yeah,
every
that is a
Saturday.
Tracy Stevens design.
Is that a Tracy Stevens design?
It is. It is.
It's good work. It's good work as she always does. All right, so as we continue
We got one more song.
with the menu, yes, we have
And what is this one?
this song that is called
What?
We Got It.
We got it.
It's called We Got It. Let's see what it
Okay.
got and let's see what it
Oh,
do.
that's the name of the. Oh, okay.
Come on,
We got
come
it.
on now. Come on now.
Okay, let's see if we got it.
It's robotic. Bump the electronics. Turn the shit louder. Cook it like chowder. Come on. Yeah, we be going flipping that. I don't give a fuck how they flip on the track.
Hi, we're back with Talent Tuesday. I'm Kelly Spencer. And if you don't know, now you know. Let me introduce you to our label head, DJ Spen. And he doesn't have a lot of rules, but
Oh yeah.
he
That-
is
but that's
adamant
one.
with us that we are not able to put out music that
Yes.
has curse words or anything.
Especially
So
the F-bomb.
if you know our label,
We might be able to do. I mean, we've done a couple of
We've
records
done a few-
against my
against his
better
will,
judgment.
I'm not going to say who the people who were like, yes,
No,
it's fine.
We sure won't.
No, they weren't really. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't the F-bomb. We don't do the F-bomb. So I mean, it's a choice of our label. I mean, Chick-fil-A doesn't open on Sundays. So,
Hey,
yes,
This
come
is some
on,
shenanigans
baby.
going on.
Outfit. I need an outfit change. Like there's nothing in here for me to wear. Come on.
No, there's
baby.
nothing in there for you to wear.
What is this?
No, you don't want that.
Okay,
It's
we
not
will
good.
let Benji.
Oh man. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
well, I dressed up anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah. So I would say
I
like
didn't know
know
where it
your.
was going anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like where it was going, you know, with or without the words, but know your labels, you know, and I think, I don't really think, I know when you submit songs, now I don't know if this came through, did this come through demos, our demos box, or did it come through the Talent Tuesday box?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because the Talent
I'll be
Tuesday
honest
box
with you, I
really
really don't
gives
know.
an auto reply with the rundown on we don't do this with this, or this. But this could have come through demos. Candace is a little under the weather, so we're going through our demos box as well.
Yeah.
So that's all right. And we have actually in the past given actually a couple pretty famous producers the option to take the songs out, and I mean the words out, and they have. One was, I won't say who it was, but not too long ago.
Yeah, I think we've done it.
And you just called him and was
but
like,
we've
yo,
definitely
Spen
done
was
it.
like, yo, it's got the F-bomb in it.
Yeah.
And he just took it out. So, all right, well, we have 5 pretty good songs.
Yeah, I
tonight.
think so. And you know, I mean, this may have been, in a weird way, one of the best Talent Tuesdays song-wise that we've had in a minute. I really like the tracks. Really.
Yeah,
really
we had
good.
some good stuff on here.
It's really enjoyable. I like the diversity.
Yeah, we had some good tracks. And so, well, while we have our guests, you know, if there's anything, like, big up yourself. Is there anything, you know, any exciting things happening?
Yeah, what
Let's
you
start with
got going
Robbie.
on?
Like, talk to us, and how can people find out
Wow.
more about you and what you do and what you got going on?
So my little label is called Relapsing Records. I've literally just finished a remix with Dr. Packer of a song called Superfly.
Nice.
So I'm going to start promoting it end of the week, and then comes out in about a month everywhere. Sort of like a housey, funky vibe. So all original. I'll send it to you, Spen, and we'll put it on
Please
demo.
I was
do.
just about to say, come
Yeah.
into a DJ Spen set
please
near
do,
you.
buddy. Please do. I
I'm
would love to hear
scared.
it.
I'm scared that you won't like it.
No. I love Dr.
Yeah,
Packer
so,
stuff, so I'm sure that I'm inclined to like it already.
Yeah.
Well, just very briefly, just trying to move away from the world of re-edits and overdubs and trying to start to do original stuff.
Right.
You know, the market's so saturated with reworks, much as I love them, but really trying to get into doing originals, which is definitely harder, but you know, we need a lot more of it. We need a lot more of it. So
All right.
big up anyone who's doing originals.
Yes, sir. All right.
Well,
Robbie,
we look
thank
forward
you.
to hearing more
Thank you.
from you, and we can
Thank you.
wait
And
to
thanks
hear
for
your
your
new
time,
release.
guys.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you
Thanks
for
for
joining
joining
us.
us.
That's just awesome. Joining us all the way from Melbourne.
From Melbourne. Hope you get a nap, maybe, before you start your workday.
Let's see where it goes.
Next time I'm on, I'll bring a kangaroo and koala.
Please do. Please do.
All right.
All right.
All right, Benji.
Benji.
What you got going
What you got
on,
going
man?
on? Yeah.
What's going on? I got a hat on my head. Yeah, no, I'm good. I have stuff. I'm working with Mike Freak. We did a Love Is Love. One of the remixes came out last year. So you guys, some of you probably have heard it. So I love working with him, and I can't say too much, but I'm pretty sure we got something going with Quantize.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm very excited for that, but I won't say anything yet. But yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. I also produce, but I'm doing a lot more songwriting and vocal work. So you could find me on Instagram at Benji Bradshaw, or like I'm on every platform. So I'd love to connect with all of you. I literally, okay, you can call me what you want, okay? I'm a fan, so thank you guys for having me. It's been a real honor.
Oh no, the honor's all ours.
Thank you. As always.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
so
you.
very much.
Thank you.
All right, now Queen Mona. What you got?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes. I just want to say I'm so appreciative that you guys just allow me to be on such a great platform. For myself, I'm just kind of starting out, enjoying house music for years, and I'm pretty much really trying to introduce the church to house music.
Okay.
So I actually have a gig for a wedding, and a lot of times I'll play, you know, a lot of the spiritual songs, and it's I'm exposing them to, and just letting them know that if anything, God is the one who dropped all the beats from the beginning of time.
Amen.
That's right. He is the beat master.
Right.
And Tamona
Master
is, you know,
blaster.
she's saying she's just starting out. I have seen her DJ. I watch her. She'll go live, and I'm like, okay, yes,
She got it.
yes, she got
definitely
it
got it.
for sure.
Yeah, she definitely
Thank
got
you,
it.
and
So,
she has
yeah,
been
thank you for
supporting
joining us. And
the praise
yeah,
party
man,
since the beginning.
Right, so to praise party stuff, our festivals, you know,
Coming
next
to our
thing
parties,
I turn
yeah.
around and like, oh, there you are.
Yep. She
You
will
know.
fly in from Texas, and that's not, it's not close. So
No.
Thank you so much for all the love and support.
Yes, and much love back to you.
I'm heading back to Texas now. I'm on my way back now.
Well, safe travels.
Yes.
And Spen, will see you there. And
when is that? Next
you're
month?
You're going to Dallas next month.
To Dallas, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I thought it was June 9th.
It probably is.
It might be.
We don't know. We have so much. It's ridiculous. Can't even keep track of one thing that goes on tomorrow. So, yeah, there you are. So anyway.
I'll be there.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Mona. All right. So, as I said earlier today, we've got a lot going on with the Quantize and DJ Spen brands. First Friday is this Friday, so make sure you join us for that. Tommy Davis is also on Friday, and I will probably be raiding into this dude, this cat right here. His name is
the legendary.
Yeah. So
and Saturday you'll be heading to Scotland.
Saturday I will be in Scotland.
Right?
No, well, actually it'll be Easter
Sunday
for what is it?
For the Scottish House and Disco
Festival, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is the first. But we'll see. I don't know. But I'm
Natasha
looking forward
Kitty
to that.
Cat and
is
Rosa and
it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. A special Easter Sunday version of the Praise Party is going to happen this week.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm gonna have some guests. I don't know who though. So we'll see where all of that ends up as well. So, again, thank you, everybody. We totally and 100% appreciate all of you for hanging out with us and sharing your expertise. Absolutely. Amateur expertise. We appreciate
I mean, that's the best
all of that.
They are this has been awesome. And thanks to all of you who joined us. Miss Mona, Queen Mona, someone wants to know what your social media handle is. Rico Flores is looking for you over on Facebook.
Yeah. So, what is that social media handle? Wait a minute. Hold on. I know why that is.
Spen has to unmute you.
There you go. Right. I heard nothing but fire trucks in the background. I'm like, where's all that fire? Who's starting the fire, Queen Mona?
They can find me Timona Carter Van Zant.
Timona Carter Van Zant on Facebook.
Yes.
Check her out. Thank you. All right. Shout out to Crystal Hayes. She said, "What's Tommy got going on? What doesn't Tommy have going on?
What doesn't he have going on? Right? Are you where you
out on the road this weekend, or are you in the house for the holiday?
I'm in DC this weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy's in DC this weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll have we should be having a label announcement about some events coming up in the future.
Are we really?
Yes. Tommy and Spen and Mike Freak, that hasn't been announced, will be together in July. They haven't announced, so I don't want to announce before the club announces.
Right.
But
so yeah.
So lots of stuff coming up. All right. Shout out to Mark Miller, Rico Flores. Thanks for tuning in over on Facebook. Shout out to the Mixcloud fam. Maybe I will jump in the chat at some point. Hey, Bobby Shaw. Good to see you.
What's up?
Soul Trainee, Lexi, Susan Estera. Good to see you all in the chat on Twitch. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go get some food.
Yes, we are.
Have a good evening or morning or afternoon, depending on where you are.
Correct. Peace in the valley.
Peace in the city.
And peace to your souls.
We love you.
All of you. And thank you for joining us as y'all always do. It is the Spencers. And we are...
You want your music on Talent Tuesday. Because many of you... Let me shout out Jeremy Linden. Was going to be on the show and he had another, something to do. I have some of your music. Other producers, if you sent your music, we will be on in 2 weeks. I'll reach out to you via email. We hope to get your songs on in 2 weeks if that's okay with you. If it's not, I'm mad at you. No, let me know, but we're going to get your music on our next show. So if you haven't sent us music and you've been wanting to, now is the time to do it. Music at quantizerecordings.com.
Correct.
We want to hear from you. Thanks to you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks.
We love you all, and thank you once again for hanging out with the Spen sir.
Bye.
Yeah.